Whew. All right, friends. We're back again with another Blaha video, and we're going to react to the gym lifting recruiting fitness gear slaves video. So Blaha says, all supplement salesmen are con men. Well, unfortunately, Blaha thinks that supplements magically build muscles, and if they don't, they must be a con.
All supplement salesmen are con men. Hey everybody, it's JasonBlaha here. Thought I would chat with you.
They aren't con men. You just don't know how to use. You don't know what supplements are for, or how they are used. That's your problem.
Guys and gals, a little bit about this today, but a quick reminder, if you would please click like on my video, I would greatly appreciate it. If you aren't following or subscribed, please do so, and if you would be so kind, drop me a comment down below the video.
Here's the thing, nobody is putting a gun to your head to buy supplements, you understand me? But do supplements have their place? Do they work? Specific certain things that you can use to increase certain things that you want them to produce certain outcomes, okay? Supplements do work, but under specific conditions. You understand me? Because I know he's talking about in the fitness world. They do work, but under specific conditions, okay? But not the conditions that whatever it is he's fucking doing here.
To say hello, give your thoughts, whatever you want to do, but it would be appreciated. Thank you so much. This is something I have been saying for over 13 years, since I've been an influencer. Of course, it's gotten me a lot of trouble.
Since he's been an influencer? He's an influencer? I never took Blaha as an influencer. He desperately wants to be an influencer, but he's not. No, he's not influenced. Well, he has influenced people doing things, bad things, whatever. You could say that. Maybe he is, yeah. The 5x5 and all that. He's destroyed people with the 5x5. Ice cream fitness and whatever else he's doing.
It's made me a lot of enemies. It's even gotten me sued in the past because of...
It's made a lot of enemies because he went against supplement people. Okay.
Reality is, as I pointed out many times, it is illegal for the supplement industry to make things that actually work.
That's funny because amino acids work. They make things that work. They work under specific conditions. They definitely work if you have a level of muscle damage. They will work. They will build up your muscles. They will aid in building them. They will do specific things, but they won't damage muscles for you. They don't have arms and legs, and they're not going to build muscle for you if there's no damage. It's really simple. So they'll work under specific conditions, but they will not work for Blaha because Blaha doesn't damage his muscles, okay? He's just lifting whatever the heck he's doing here. I don't know.
They know this, so everything that actually works, they try to avoid making it. They know better, or they spike things with drugs so that they do work temporarily, and then they pull the drugs. And they've been caught doing this over and over, and I'm talking major big supplement companies. Even bodybuilding.com got fined like $9 million for doing this one time, and they just paid it and moved on because they made so much money off of it that they didn't mind. They still turned a profit after the $9 million fine from the FDA. Okay, that's what you're dealing with in the supplement industry. And so the problem is so many people profit off of it, so many influencers, so many people who put out information. You know, they're selling you all these various supplements, and unless it's a basic protein powder or creatine, it's a scam. You know, and that would be kind of the exception, you know.
If it's a protein powder or whatever, it's a scam. Protein powders, they don't work either if you're adapted. They only work under specific conditions, like if there was a level of muscle damage, then they'll work, yeah. Otherwise, they're just useless.
So by saying all, if they're selling other stuff, yeah. If all they're selling you is a whey protein with some flavoring, that's a little different. I'm going to get a couple people who are chiming in who I know.
Whey protein with some flavoring, that's different. Okay, and what's that going to do for you if you're adapted to your exercises?
We're going to be like, hey, what are you saying? We're scam artists, you know. They're like, oh, I just sell protein. It's like, yeah, so you're okay. That's just food. But protein really isn't a supplement. I don't even think of protein powder as a supplement.
Protein powder isn't a supplement. I'm really not into plant protein powders, but whatever. It's mostly sugar in there. A lot of these products. It depends. You have to know what you're buying.
Literally just protein. It's a food source. That's it.
Yeah, those protein powders, they're not just pure protein, man. They have a bunch of chemicals in there.
That's all it is. But as far as the rest of it goes, they know they're scam artists, okay? They know they're scam artists. They know none of this stuff works. Usually if they're an influencer, they're on drugs anyways.
Again, they do work. They do work. They aid in building and repairing and remodeling muscles. That's their job, yeah.
And a few of them might actually buy into the supplements, but at the end of the day,
I can say from experience, some work better than others. Some supplements work better than others. See what I mean? Depends on what you're using them for. I don't know what you're using them for.
they're never going to investigate further. They know people like me. So if they've been an influencer a while, they know who people like me are. They know all of us have called this stuff out.
Oh, they know people like Blaha. Call them out. They know people like Blaha. Like Blaha is so special. He's so known in the bodybuilding world. Give me a break, man. They don't even know who you are, dude. They know that you're crazy. You're that crazy guy. People make fun of you. Crazy videos about Blaha.
Right? They've investigated. They know my name. They know the name of the other.
Yes, they've investigated you. They know that you're crazy. You understand me? You're on like disability, mental disability. They know that you have all these crazy videos that you wanted to kill, whatever, doing people and do a bunch of weird stuff, bro. You're part of like some military thing or something. All these crazy things that you've come up with.
Us who called this stuff out back in the day. We've been doing it since some of them were kids. We've been up here on YouTube, on Facebook, all these places, telling everybody this. They know that all the OGs tell you this.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who's been in the iron gamer fitness world more than 10 years, more than 15 years, knows it's all a scam.
Listen, all my friends knew back in the day when I was going to the gym, they knew amino acids worked. Because they worked, amino acids, they help build the muscles. To a degree, I mean, they didn't really know exactly, too many of them knew about eccentric exercise, but they were lifting conventionally, and then they would try to lift heavier, more sets, more reps, something. So that eccentric kind of, still created some damage there, and they got some more growth out of these amino acids, but they only went so far with it. In order to go further, you have to unprison the eccentric from the concentric because it's confined to the concentric. It cannot unleash its full power.
They've learned it all the hard way. So either they move on or they become part of the scam. So they've been doing it a while. They know, and they basically.
And Blaha, he just doesn't know that eccentric is what builds muscles. It makes you stronger.
We prey on all the new people. The people new to fitness, the people new to lifting, people new with their little health problems. I've tried all.
You'd think at this point, after me educating him, I've done like dozens, if not thousands of videos on Blaha. You'd think at this point he'd be educated that eccentric exercise is what builds strength and muscle and strength, yeah.
This other stuff, and then they're going to sell you the magical cure. As if anything that they're going to...
It'll make you way stronger, way faster, and way bigger and denser than you'll ever get lifting the way he does with these rubber bands and whatever.
Sell you over the counter is going to work better than the prescription from the doctor. That's the other thing. It'll
work better than the prescription from the doctor. Well, steroids, they don't build muscles, bro. Unfortunately, too. See, he thinks. Well, they don't work. They don't work like steroids. And the steroids, they don't work. They don't build muscles. Scientists will tell you, steroids, they don't build muscles, bro. Get it? And even science will corroborate exactly what I say. It says the satellite cell has to be activated. It is incumbent upon the satellite cell being activated and a level of muscle damage. The damage activates the satellite cell. There has to be damage for MPS to take place. In order to have muscle protein synthesis activated, right? And you taking steroids, which does what? It aids in protein synthesis. Steroids aid in protein synthesis. So it's a drug, yeah. It's a hormone that aids in protein synthesis. Does leucine aid in protein synthesis? Leucine, an amino acid, yes. Now, does it work as good as testosterone? Well, I don't know. I've never compared the two. Maybe there's a study out there. I haven't looked for it yet. I gotta go look for everything now. You know what I mean? I hadn't thought about it until now, and this video came out. Maybe I'll go and do a comparison and try to find out. Let's see, which is higher in protein synthesis, leucine or that? Okay, hold on. Testosterone stimulates muscle protein synthesis more than leucine. Okay, well then there you go. So that's what makes it makes it much better. Testosterone increased muscle protein synthesis in all subjects, 27% mean, whatever, da, 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 da. But leucine oxidation decreased slightly, mean, okay, whatever. Body protein synthesis did not change significantly. Well, okay, but that depends. Maybe they're talking about in muscle damage. It doesn't say here muscle. I didn't really ask in muscle damage. Okay, hold on. When muscles are damaged, testosterone is generally more effective at increasing protein synthesis than leucine. But leucine still works, but obviously testosterone is going to be what? Much higher on the list for building muscles, okay? So testosterone hormones stimulate muscle protein synthesis while leucine is an amino acid that plays a role in activating the mTOR pathway. Yeah, it does. I mean, it does all this shit, bro. It works good too, but it's not like testosterone. Testosterone is known for its anabolic effects, yes. But you can, how should I put it? You can make your testosterone more effective by stop eating slave food diet, and doing weird things. And yeah, there's other things you can increase in your body, like complex carbohydrate to increase insulin. It's anabolic too, yada, 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 yada. So there's other things you can do too. But okay, so he's talking about that. It still works though. Leucine still works. It's just one amino acid. But a combination of all amino acids, they work a lot better, okay? But anyways, regardless.
Industry will then try to pretend that doctors aren't really trying to cure anybody. Yeah, they are. Most of them do. Most doctors.
The doctors are trying to cure people? No, they can't cure anybody. They deal with symptoms. What are you talking about, Blaha?
Who lift. I know plenty of doctors who lift who are into fitness and tell you to eat clean and work out.
Yeah, I know a lot of doctors that lift, and they still don't know how to lift. I met my friend Peter, and his doctor worked out at our gym, and I even talked to his doctor. That doctor gave him some TRT stuff, some like testosterone gels and all that, because he was having all kinds of problems. He said it didn't work. That doctor was working out, and he was very poor at working out the way he worked out. He worked out very conventionally, and it was terrible. His workouts were terrible. He was just aging himself. You'd think he'd know that he's accelerated aging. Me, when I lift, I don't accelerate aging. I don't want to expel my energy or accelerate aging. So I lift eccentrically all the time. Especially, I do more now than I ever did in the past, because I know of its regenerative properties that it has, eccentric exercise. And I want to absorb energy. I do not want to lose energy, because you'll accelerate aging. If you give your energy away, you're going to accelerate aging. You're going to age, bro. Get it? See what I mean? You need to preserve your energy. Do not give energy away.
What do they tell you?
What do they tell you?
I try to get patients to do this, and they want a pill. Our society has taught them to go for a pill instead of a lifestyle intervention, and it's hard to fight against that. And people don't realize that, but how many doctors really feel that way. They don't have a choice, because 90% of their patients are going to say no and just say, give me a pill. So that's frustrating.
I was just watching Homestead, that guy, the carnivore Homestead, and he had like a man and a daughter on there, and he said the doctor put him on all the slave food diet, and it caused him even more problems, made him more sick. They told him to eat all these weird foods. But then when he just ate meat, all the problems went away. All the medications went away and everything. He didn't even suffer from, what do you call it, allergies. The allergies went away. He even bought a cat. He said the cat doesn't even bother him anymore. So there you go. It's very powerful. And his daughter, too. She likes eating meat. He likes eating meat. They like eating meat. They're healthier.
For them. You know, it's frustrating for them. And I've talked to enough of them over the years that it's unfortunate. And in fact, when I do chat with some of them, and they find out I put out fitness information telling people, hey, you know, diet, exercise, they get all excited. Like, you tell them lift weights, do cardio, eat more fruits and vegetables, less.
Sure. See, look, I'm not against certain products that increase testosterone. There are certain, you could call it a drug. There are like clomiphene or clomide, which will increase testosterone. That'll stimulate your testes to produce its own testosterone. It'll increase it. You understand me? So it's a stimulator. Then you have HCG. It does the same thing too. It actually stimulates your body to increase more testosterone. It helps with sensitizing your androgen receptors, giving you more androgen receptors for more places for the testosterone to bind to. So can these aid in, like, let's say you have a muscle building regime, or you're an older person, right? But you don't want testosterone that's gonna destroy you, like these synthetic testosterones. You want something that's natural. And well, natural would be HCG because it's human chronic gonadotropin. It's a gonadotropin. It's human, so it's natural. It's not gonna fuck up your system. So that in a combination with muscle damage. Wow, that is going to take you way further as an older person, bro. And HCG is considered a youth drug. So it kind of ramps up collagen 100% in your body. You definitely want to ramp up collagen because you're melting, bro. That's a glue that holds you together. See what I mean? So can this aid in, let's say you have a eccentric muscle building regime, a muscle damage regime, and using HCG? Yeah, definitely, especially going to help you as an older person. Will it also help you as a younger person too? Well, yeah, it would too. Yeah, definitely. It would definitely increase even more, tenfold or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, can these products help? They can. So are there real testosterone boosters out there? No, they're fake. Are there drugs out there? Yes, there's clomiphene or clomiphene. That is a testosterone booster, but it itself doesn't boost testosterone. It stimulates the testes to boost testosterone. So there you go. Now, yeah, you know, clomide is a drug. It's synthetic. It's a stimulator, but it's not a steroid. So yeah, I don't know how that could affect you, but definitely HCG is something that is naturally occurring because it's extracted from pregnant women. It's a very powerful peptide anyway, our hormone. Anyway, let's get on with the video.
Sugar, less added fat, yeah. You know, they like me all of a sudden. Because that's what they forget. They act like these doctors didn't really take an oath to do no harm. Take an oath to heal people. They act like they didn't become doctors.
To heal people. They did an oath to heal people. They do surgeries. Is that healing people? I guess. I don't know about drugs. They don't make drugs that heal you.
Doctors, because they actually genuinely wanted to help people. Okay,
if they generally wanted to help people, then they would tell people to stop eating the slave food diet and eat a natural diet. So no doctor does that. Not that I know of any. There's a few out there, but I don't think they work in the medical business anymore, because once you start promoting natural things, they don't want you there. If they promote supplements that actually could heal you, I think some are still doing it, like vitamin D, but certain supplements they recommend that you take and this will heal you. Well, the industry will be against you, the medical industry. So Blaha keeps saying that, well, they took an oath, but once they introduce supplements that could heal you, well, they go against that doctor. They want to get rid of him. See what I mean? So Blaha's a liar. You understand me? When they find a cure using supplements to cure you, they want to get rid of you, bro. Get it as a doctor, because they can't make money with supplements. They make money writing prescriptions for drugs.
Generally, why people do it.
So the supplement salesmen are all con men, but these doctors, because they took a fake oath, they must be good guys. Get it? They can't be evil because for fuck's sakes, they took an oath, right? Fuck, man. You know how human beings are. They're the evilest animal on this planet. Never oath or no oath, bro. They're always prone to doing shit for anything for money. That's for sure. Do you know how human beings operate? Like, listen to Blaha. You must be insane if you think the doctors really care about you.
All right. So that being said, you know, these holistic practitioners and all these people too, they act like doctors really don't care, and they act like some nonsense that they sell some homeopathic herb.
They don't care.
Or this supplement is going to
They don't care, and they care even less today than they did in the past. Yeah.
cure these issues.
I don't know. In the past, they really didn't care. They actually were organized in not curing people at all. Doctors, they write reports and stuff. They leave out stuff. You know, the whole thing about, what was that doctor? Well, I forgot what his name was. Traveled around the world. He talked about like cholesterol or heart attacks or some shit. He hid all the paperwork. Yeah. Let's get this straight. So they give you a statin so that you can shorten your lifespan. You're a diabetic. Why? Because you're eating sugar. So what do? They give you insulin. Why not just aid you and stop eating sugar? And then it'll go away. See what I mean? Or you're suffering from inflammation because you're eating food that's inflaming you. They give you an anti-inflammatory, you die. See what I mean? Or like I said, high cholesterol. They give you a statin lowers cholesterol, you die. See what I mean?
When they themselves don't know anything about how the body works. Most of these people literally, if you listen to their jargon, they've never taken a biology class. And they really don't understand the body. And you can tell when they start.
Neither has Blaha. I never took a biology class. Do you have to take a biology class? You could study things online. I study stuff all the time online.
Throwing stuff out there, literally blaming inflammation or cortisol for people's inability to lose fat.
Of course, I can't give much advice on specific things on my channel. I do post stuff, it's something for people to read, to ponder themselves. It's just something for you to read, to figure out on your own. Me personally, I don't give out medical advice, but you know, I don't know. I give out advice, not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. And neither is Blaha, but I guess he plays one on TV called YouTube.
Yeah, anyone who knows biology is going, yeah. Oh, you know that's a con man right there. Right? Really?
Yeah.
I think the opposite's going to happen. I think your cortisol goes up high enough. I think it will burn through body fat like a hot knife through butter.
Okay.
Oh, because I've had biology. I know what cortisol does. Yeah, massively elevated cortisol is not going to stop you from losing.
Doesn't he look really sexy in this pose right here? Look at this pose of him, eh? Look at those man boobs. Those are some damn man boobs on him, eh?
Fat might make you hold some water, but you'll be shedding fat. It'll help you burn through it. All that stress.
Jeez, what a sad human being. He's just destroying himself, aging the shit out of himself. Look at this. This is horrible.
You then stress eating, but then it's not the cortisol, it's you overeating. But back over to the point. All these people are con men, absolute charlatans, and they know.
All these people are con men, charlatans, yes.
They are the ones who are trying to sell you holistic. And it's always someone who, I help myself. I lost weight. They lost weight a year ago.
Yes,
and now they're selling garbage supplements. Shut up.
Okay.
You're not even a fitness person. You're a short timer. This is not your lifestyle. This is not your way of life. You're a short timer who cashed in.
Yes, Blaha.
Right? You don't have enough experience to actually know what's going on. You lost weight yourself the first time, but
Nobody does, not even these doctors. They don't know. You want to know why nobody knows anything? Because nobody ever made a human being. They never built a human being. So how the hell could they know how a human being operates? See what I mean?
you haven't been through all this. You haven't helped other people. You haven't been in these circles around real trainers, real coaches for
They're speculating.
10 years, 15 years. They're short timers, and they're selling you garbage. And again, most of them don't even have a truly healthy lifestyle. They lost weight a year ago. Come on. You're new. You're a noob. And you're selling garbage. Because you realize you could make a profit off of it trying to relate to the other people who were where you were just a little bit ago. Again, faking compassion. Sell you useless garbage, because that's all any of it is. The overwhelming majority of it is useless garbage at best, dangerous at worst. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that.
Oh, brother, thank God that was all he had to say. Look, the ghost of Blaha. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Don't you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel.